First of all, let me make sure everybody is totally aware that you're a makeup artist. You're
Absolutely.
also, you are an artist just generally, but you're a
Yes.
makeup artist and you're also a makeup teacher.
Yes.
So you're not only doing this incredible things here on Broadway and in theater, et cetera, but you're also teaching others and bringing others into this craft.
Absolutely.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
So what got you into this?
I was in a play called Dreamgirls, and the makeup artist transformed
I
me.
saw that play, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
It was a cool play.
Well, I was in a, side production in New Jersey.
That's cool.
But,
It doesn't matter.
I started watching what the makeup artist was doing, and I was like, this is fantastic. And, I'm watching how he's doing everybody else's makeup, and they're transforming. And I'm like, wow, this is exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And that just got me to thinking, I get a kick out of doing makeup on someone and just seeing their reaction. I feel like, especially for women, it's like a pick-me-up. It changes the personality.
So it's at Dreamgirls that you kind of made up your mind you're gonna do this. This is what you want to do.
Yeah.
So what'd you do about it?
After I finished college, I graduated with a degree in fashion design.
Yeah, FIT,
Yeah.
great school.
Yeah. I worked in the field for about 2 years, and I was like, I don't like this.
Right, right.
So I said, well, I am good at makeup. Let me, try to work at a counter and see, what kind of business I can bring up.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing little photo shoots here and there. FIT has a photography program, so
Mm-hmm.
I would assist some of the students if they needed makeup or if they decided to do like a fashion,
Right.
like a fashion spread. So I got, my first job was for a company called Astarte.
Okay.
I don't even know if it exists anymore. I think they had like 5 colors,
Okay.
5 shades.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm standing there and I'm mixing all these shades. I'm getting all into it. And I would go to these little tiny counters, these little mom and pop stores
Mm-hmm.
that sold makeup products, like a Sally's, the little small ones.
Sure.
And I loved it. I loved it. And then from there, I went to MAC Cosmetics.
Mm-hmm.
And that was hard because they're really tough.
They are.
As far as the hiring process. But I got in, and then you learn so much because you have other artists who are just as passionate as you are.
Right.
And I worked, and I perfected my craft. I'm also a painter, so
I do that.
I just perfected my craft even more. And when I got, I think I'd worked for MAC about my 9th year. A friend of mine who worked at MAC left, and he asked me to do a fundraiser for him. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Had a fantastic time with the fundraiser. And so I said, hey, I know you work in the theater. If you ever need me for anything, just let me know. I didn't really ask him
Mm-hmm.
what he was doing. I just was like, oh, just let me know. So about, I'd say maybe 6 months later, he calls me and he goes, yeah, I need someone to train on my track.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, not really knowing. I go up to 49th, I think 50th and 8th Avenue, Wicked. He was the creative designer for the show Wicked.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I love Wicked.
Yeah.
I saw that play.
So from there, I was like, I think I'm going to be busy.
Yes, you
So
are.
I started going part-time from MAC, and I just kept going.
Mm-hmm.
From Wicked, I went to Hairspray. From Hairspray, I went to the producers. From the producers, I went to The Color Purple. From The Color Purple, I went to Chicago, the musical, which I just stopped last year. And my supervisor mentioned to me, he said, do you airbrush? I'm like, yeah, I can show you how to airbrush. And then he called me about, I would say maybe a month later and said, hey, I'm the assistant supervisor on Ugly Betty. You think you might want to come in and work
my
here?
God.
Yeah. Here I am.
Here you are.
I did leave out a part though.
What's that?
I happened to be doing something and I ran into one of the daytime teachers
Mm-hmm.
at Empire,
Mm-hmm.
and he and I were once co-workers at MAC. He was my trainer.
Orlando.
He told me, yep, Orlando. He told me what he was doing, and I said,
And he's a great makeup artist in his
he's
own right. He
fantastic.
really is.
We've worked together on a lot of things. We just actually did a fashion show for fall together. It was fantastic.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was great. So he said, yeah, this is what I do. I was like, I think I would love to do that if there ever, if you ever need someone to sub for you, just let me know. And that was a weird transition because I went in, I trained, I think I subbed once, and then the next time they called, I was working, the evening position.
Right.
So it's been a fantastic ride.
I'm not going to let you pass over the fact that you are also a singer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
And that's really cool. I've heard you are. I already told you I want to buy one of your albums.
Okay.
Because I love your genre of music, and I think it'll be really cool. And I want you to autograph it for me. I'm going to be one of your super fans.
Oh,
okay.
boy. All right. Well, thank you.
I really mean it.
Sure.
What are the things that our makeup students or that are watching this right now, that our makeup students as well as cosmetology students would learn from you? What is it that you would say to them are the attributes of being a good artist, of being a successful artist?
The attributes of being a successful artist are, you have to have an amazing attitude. One of the things that I usually do with my students before we even start to, get into the makeup portion is I give them a couple of books to read. Attitude is Everything. That's one. The Little Green Book to Getting Your Way. Because it's a motivational speaking book. And the thing about it is, if you're really shy, you cannot network. You have to be able to network and do it very comfortably.
Right.
If you have the right attitude about it, you can genuinely find something that the person that you're, interacting with, you can find out what their needs are, and you can better service those needs and get what you need in the process. So I go through that kind of thing with them, and I'm always talking to them, and I'm always encouraging them. You have to have the motivation, and you have to be self-reliant.
You do.
If you decide that you want to be a makeup artist, you have to love what you do, but you're the one that has to do it. No one's going to light any fire, up under your keister and say.
Yeah, that's a good, nice way to say it.
Yeah, your keister,
right.
and tell you to go. You have to do it on your own. And it's I want to say that, this is a high stress business, can be. It's very competitive, but you can make your mark. You have to know your brand. You have to pick something that you're good at. Maybe there's a specific technique that you have that you've mastered that no one else has. And that can be your signature. So those would be the things I would say. You have to be able to motivate yourself. You have to, you have to hustle. You have to really pay attention and really be on it. You have to have a wonderful attitude about it, and you have to know how to sell yourself.
There are some of the people that are watching are not what you call necessarily outgoing people, or they tend to be a little bit more shy, as you said.
Sure.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
I mean, that's who you are, that's fine. But I think I heard you say, and I know you feel this way, and that is, hey, when it's business, you got to be out there.
Yeah,
and you got to be able to say, hi, it's really nice to meet you. I would love to be your hairstylist. I'd love to be your makeup artist. And to have your business card ready, those kind of things. And sometimes it's out of the comfort zone.
Yeah, you have to step out of your comfort zone.
It's the only way you grow. I mean, you can't grow in the comfort zone.
I took an improv class.
Did you really?
So that I could do it better, so that it was more natural, and I was able to interact with people. I don't have a problem with it, but I just wanted it to be easier.
Right. I think this is basically true in the cosmetology business. If somebody has a desire, they want to style hair on Broadway, or they want to get into show business, give us a little insight in how they can be able to break in.
Just in terms of
just
networking.
to get in. It's networking, isn't it?
Yeah, it's networking. What you have to do is you have to make a plan. You decide, okay, I'm gonna work at a counter for a year and see how many connections I can get. Because believe it or not, working behind a makeup counter, you have all walks of life come to the counter. You can assist them and do different things, but that will also enable you to do things for freelance. So when you've moved on from the counter, because that helps you learn how to talk to people anyway.
Right.
You find out what people do, get business cards, and then from there you network. And you might say, like I might come to you and say, hey Frank, how you doing? I know that you have a shoot coming up for a production that you're doing.
Right.
If you ever need a makeup artist, I'll do it. Here's my card. You know, you do it that way, and you network. You pass out your business cards. You make sure you have your business cards. You have to have those.
Exactly.
You pass them out, and it's usually word of mouth. That's how it started for me. I had a portfolio, but I honestly have never used it because everything has been word of mouth.
Right. But I'm blown away by the fact that you've been on all these. I didn't know some of these plays that you were involved with, and now television, or I should say, when you did television.
Yeah.
So you've done it all.
Yes,
and
I have.
if somebody would just come over here and plug right into you, and get some of this energy and this talent, man, they're going to do just great.
Yeah,
they really are.
I'm having a blast at the school. I enjoy the students.
Our students adore you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time today. Thanks for coming and allowing us to come to New York to see you and be with you.
Okay.
You're an amazing lady.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for your time.
Okay.
Bye.